Europe being more exposed to the chance of coming under recession. So for India, I would think the contagion risk is not really a problem, but the risk is there.
So, Finance Minister, you've just returned from a trip to the US. What is your sense generally of the financial sector there, and do you see a contagion risk from the financial sector in that country and in the Western world in general?
Contagion risk?
Or a spillover, yes. Yeah.
Contagion risk, if you go by the rule book, if all central banks are responding to the Fed's action almost sequentially, yes, and as a result you find Europe being more exposed to the chance of coming under recession. But I think since the last 1.5 years, gradually our central bank is also decoupling itself. Not that it was entirely linked with the US Fed even earlier, but post the pandemic and post the Russia-Ukraine, the sense that all central banks would look for a direction and move towards that direction sequentially is clearly disproved in the conduct of many emerging market central banks, not just India. So for India, I would think the contagion risk is not really a problem, but the risk is there in the sense when markets to which you largely exported are coming under recession, then the demand is going to fall, your exports are going to suffer. So that risk is definitely there. I'm not eliminating that. But the contagion risk, usually linked to the conduct of the central banks, I would think is not there for us to face.
So let me just take off from a point that you made on the central bank, and as you said, while there may have been some belief that central banks in emerging markets in other parts of the world would mechanically follow the Fed, that is no longer the case. I think the RBI also recently paused its rate hike. Of course, they have explained that their recent decision was a pause and not a pivot. But do you think, in view of the latest inflation numbers, both retail and wholesale, that that we've hit peak interest rates?
That's not for me to say at all. I will not even give an indication whether my feeling is that or anything of that kind. I think it's only fair to give RBI its terrain, and it's for them to take a call, and I think most of you all are very happy with RBI having paused. So I really can't speak differently, can I? I want all of you all to be happy with the way in which RBI has responded. So no comments on that, because I think RBI is getting the sense from the ground, getting the sense of the urge for us to move forward in terms of growth, and also seeing how the implications of a recession elsewhere can hit us. So I think we should be confident that the RBI will take the right decision for the next round as well.